What's up, everybody? How you doing? I just realized I was wearing a tank top. I'm like, I'm gonna switch my shirt real quick. So I did a quick little change, wardrobe change. What's up, everybody? I have a bunch of new shirts that I found in a backpack that I guess I had here at my Nistro's parents' house. It was like a camping backpack filled with clothes, and I was like, some of my favorite shirts that I've missed for so long. Years. It's been years since I've been here to visit her family. So suddenly I have, I'm pretty hyped that I have some of my favorite shirts. This is not one of my favorite shirts. It's just a shirt that I do actually like. It's very comfortable. My gosh, my freaking glasses are horrendously dirty. Anyway, how you guys doing today? Today is Bastille Day, and we're going to talk about it. It's kind of fitting about why it's today happens to be interesting that it's Bastille Day, because the French people are revolting right now. They are marching in the streets, rather they were marching in the streets because of the Macron basically came out saying that they were going to do vaccine passports and potentially make the vaccines mandatory in France, which is kind of crazy. So we're going to talk about what Bastille Day is and talk about the different things that people are out there marching for, which is crazy. Then I'm going to talk about how lightning is racist. So I don't know if you know this. In Ohio, I believe it was, George Floyd mural was struck by lightning and reduced to rubble. Straight up, it got hit by lightning. Now, of course, they're trying to say it's some sort of a hate crime. They're not sure if it's actually lightning, although Doppler radar has proven that there was lightning in the area, so it probably was lightning. But of course, they're trying to somehow turn it into a hate crime. So lightning is racist now. And yeah, so we'll talk about that. And then I want to talk about Chinese poop. Okay, I know right off the bat it sounds a little weird, but there's so much of it, you can see it from space. No joke, there's so much Chinese poop in the South China Sea that you can see it from space. All right, if I don't want to, I guess I can't really spoil it any more than I just did, because that's basically, this is real. I'm not joking. It's actually a thing. There's images I'm going to show you guys in a little while. But before we get into those segments, just remember, I'm free. One of my strikes is gone. So now I only have one to worry about, but I am no longer on the chopping block. I officially only have one warning and one strike. I guess the warning will always be there. So I'll just always get strikes from now on if I cross the line, as it were, as far as whatever they deem okay to talk about. But yeah, I'm very excited. I no longer have to worry about my channel just being snipped out from under me. So that's great. I'm pretty excited about that. That means I'm going to be having guests again soon. I guess I can have guests pretty much anywhere I'm at, because I can, I could do it over StreamYard, which is how I've been doing it. For Carlin joined my show. That's how Savannah joined my show. I had a couple people coming into my studio, but I won't have a studio per se set up for at least another month. My stuff is, I shipped my stuff, so it's currently being moved to my new spot. So I'm waiting for that. But I'm very excited about that. Someone just said, you're conservative, you're always on the chopping block. Yeah, not only that, I'm actually spicy, and I'm calling people out. In fact, I was rather spicy on Twitter today. You know what? Before we get into it, I want to show you guys. Check this out. So I was making a joke, all right, about Tim, because he posted something about, all these people are talking about civil war, this, civil war, that. And I just kind of made a joke. I'm like, I vaguely remember you talking about Civil War with me on that show I was on with you that one time. I was totally joking. You know, like, I have this sarcastic way with my friends when I'm, like, poking fun at my friends. And I got this. Do you want to review this before tweeting? What? What did I say? How about you STFU? LOL, Tim is my buddy and I'm poking fun at him. And that's basically what I did. He said, he keeps saying we are facing the greatest threat since the Civil War. Are they repeatedly building a database of extremists? And I just said, I vaguely remember you mentioning Civil War a couple times on that show I was on with you. I mean, I'm just joking. I'm making fun of Tim a little bit because he did talk about it a lot. And, you know, Jack Posobiec here was saying the reason Joe Biden compares his political opponents to the Confederates, pay attention, we can all see where this is going. Civil War, Confederates, blah, blah, blah. And anyway, this guy goes, Adam, Tim gave you a chance and supported you even after you left the show. Somehow that salt's still flowing. You can't stop taking shots. You seriously need to get over it. Okay, let me just tell you, buddy. I've never been happier, all right? I am so happy right now in my life. Like, I have a plan. I have a house. I've got my wife. Like, she's the only person I need. I'm about to have kids. I can't have kids in that house. Like, really? The reality of the situation was, it was weird that I was still there. I'm so grateful that I'm gone. And by the way, I didn't leave the show. I got fired. And for reasons that I'm not going to tell anybody because I don't care. I'm moving forward in my life. I'm not going to be stuck on it. And guess what? He's my friend. I'm going to make fun of my friends. I'm going to poke, especially Tim, who's very outspoken and says crazy stuff on Twitter. He admits that he says crazy things on Twitter. It's okay. He knows that he's saying crazy stuff. He's poking people because he's sarcastic also. So me being sarcastic to a friend of mine, like, whatever. You need to shut up and mind your business, all right? People think that, like, I'm holding on to such anger for what happened. It's like, you guys have no idea what happened. I do. And maybe I could be angry still, but do you think, knowing, you guys know me more than this guy, I'm assuming, because he clearly doesn't watch my show and know my personality and know the type of person that I am. And I want to move forward and let go of things because what other choice do I have? What am I going to wallow and be all depressed and angry? It's like, what is that? That's a waste of my energy. I'm spending my energy on hanging out, enjoying this beautiful vacation that I'm in this beautiful spot in Sweden, chilling with my wife and her family. We walked over and visited her cousins earlier today. It was awesome. It's just like, I'm enjoying myself. Like, you think I'm going to waste my energy being angry about some stuff that happened almost a year ago? Sorry, bro. I reserve the right to criticize anyone on the internet. You know it's me. It's my name. It's my face. Yeah, I'm not hiding behind any avatars. Bam, it's me. I'm going to make fun of people. I'm going to criticize people, especially if you're Tim Pool. Come on. Come on. All right. Anyway, I got to give it up to this guy, though, because he actually responded in the best way. He says, it still feels like you're taking shots. I won't shut up. I like you still. And I said, am I not allowed to now take shots? Because I am. And he goes, I read the mood of the tweet wrong. My apologies. You do you with full support. I like that. He didn't get upset. He kind of was like, maybe I read the tweet wrong, which he did because I'm sarcastic with a smile on my face. I'm not like going, ooh, you pissed me off. Like I'm going to hate you. It's like, no, like what does it matter? I'm still, someone just said in chat, like, I'm still angry about it, Adam. Listen, it sucks. I think that Tim and I had an awesome show together. Period. I think we worked well together. I think it was awesome. I wouldn't have left if I had a choice, but I didn't. So I'll leave it there. All right, before I get into it, please go follow me over on Odyssey. Of course, I'm not really on the chopping block anymore, but I do want to build up my Odyssey channel. If you don't like watching on YouTube, you can check out all my shows, all my clips. Everything goes up on Odyssey, and nothing can get deleted on Odyssey. So there has been some of my episodes here on YouTube that have been deleted. I've had no say in the matter. They just removed them for whatever reasons that I got strikes from. They're still on Odyssey, so anything that may be gone or go missing that you notice, you can go right to Odyssey and check it out, because all of it is on there. Every single show is all on Odyssey, and it won't go anywhere because they don't delete stuff like that. Also, check out my Instagram. This is Frode. He's floating in space. I guess he is going to... where is he going? He's going over to... oh, man, I can't think of it. Ukraine? I think he's going to Ukraine. Yeah, I think he's going to Ukraine next, which is going to be really interesting. But please go follow Crigler Coffee. We're almost to 900 followers. I really would love to get it to 1,000. And Frode, that I just showed you, that monkey, we did a contest last week. And when the new picture comes, it's going to be the first 20 people to comment. I'm going to roll the die. One of those people is going to win a bag of coffee and get to choose where he goes next. And of course, it's going to be a bag of my Crigler coffee, so you get to choose whatever kind of blend you want. We've got a bunch of different blends to offer, from the Strong Blend, Gamers Blend, Catalyst Blend, Kofifi Blend. We got the Fake News Roast, Decaf. We got the Espresso, and then my favorite, of course, is the Commodore's Reserve, because it supports something that my brother really believes in: 22 until none. Really good, something for veterans in our country. It's really great. So. Thank you guys very much for supporting me. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please smash that like button. Also, share my videos. I see a lot of you sharing my videos. Thank you so much. Every share definitely helps me grow. I am, as I said earlier, moving on. Very grateful for all of you for the support. So please share away. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed, although I think most of you have subscribed. You guys are fantastic. All right, let us talk about Bastille Day. So today is Bastille Day. Well, the anniversary, rather. Bastille Day was quite some time ago. Here's a really awesome clip or picture of it. Look at this artwork. They don't make art like they used to. Bastille Day is a holiday celebrating the storming of the Bastille, a military fortress and prison, on July 14th, 1789. In a violent uprising that helped usher the French Revolution. Besides holding gunpowder and other supplies valuable to the revolutionaries, the Bastille also symbolized the callous tyranny of the French monarchy, especially King Louis XVI and his wife Marie Antoinette. The Bastille was built in the 1300s during the 100 Years' War against the English. The Bastille was designed to protect eastern entrance of the city of Paris. The formidable stone building's massive defense included 100-foot-high walls and a wide moat, plus more than 80 regular soldiers and 30 Swiss mercenaries standing guard. As a prison, it held political dissidents, such as the writer and philosopher Voltaire, many of whom were locked away without a trial by order of the king. By 1789, however, it was scheduled for demolition to be replaced by a public square. Moreover, it was down to just 7 prisoners, 4 accused of forgery, 2 considered lunatics, and 1 kept in custody at the request of his own family. The infamous Marquis de Sade, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but from who the term sadist is derived, had likewise been incarcerated there. But he was removed earlier that summer after falsely shouting out the window that prisoners inside were being massacred. And it worked. Despite inheriting tremendous debts from his predecessor, Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette continued to spend extravagantly, such as by helping the American colonies win their independence from the British. By the late 1780s, France's government stood on the brink of economic disaster. To make things worse, widespread crop failures in 1788 brought about a nationwide famine. Bread prices rose so high at their peak, the average worker spent about 88% of his wages on just that one staple. Unemployment was likely a problem, which the populace blamed in part on the newly reduced customs duties between France and Britain. Following a harsh winter, violent food riots began breaking out across France at bakeries, granaries, and other food storage facilities. You know, it's interesting, too, because when Marie Antoinette said, "let them eat bread," there is a rumor that that's not exactly what she said, but we'll just say, for the sake of argument, that she did say that. If bread was that expensive and people were spending their wages on it, obviously she was clueless. just like, it just makes me think of AOC when she just said that these looters just want their bread. It's anyway, it's you can just see how much the elite class is so out of touch. Some things don't ever change. So they stormed the Bastille, and the French Revolution began. It's a very, very long article, but that's not really the whole point of why I was bringing this up. It just so happens today, of all days, that France is rioting. In fact, they weren't rioting because I look at like Black Lives Matter over the past year, rioting and burning stores down. Look at South Africa right now. It looks like a war zone. People are being shot. They're looting everything and burning stores, ruining businesses. Like, that's rioting. France is actually protesting. They are out in the streets protesting. Let me show you some of the things that was happening in France. That guy looks like me. Hold on, I gotta go back. Look at this. Look at this dude right here. No, look at that hair. Does that not look like me right there, that dude? I was not in... Look, that was straight... It's what? It's my doppelganger. Okay, I'm a little freaked out right now. Look at this dude. Does that not look like me? Okay, anyway. Look at this. These people are out in the streets. And I don't blame them at all. All right, check this out. There's so many videos of this. Here they are here. Is that the same dude? Hold on. Is this the same guy right here? No, different dude. Maybe it is the same. I don't know. Kind of weirded out by that, my French doppelganger here. French people are revolting to Macron's tyrannical rule. Get this, the only group to be exempt from the mandatory vaccination is the police force. Huh? That's right. France warns vaccines could be mandatory. But could the UK follow suit? Who cares? Because the French people are rising up and they're saying, no way! You're not going to make this mandatory. In fact, it wasn't actually a mandatory... he wasn't saying that... It says here they were warning that they could become mandatory. But really what they're implementing is a vaccine passport. Even though for so long we were hearing, no, there's not going to be a vaccine passport. Don't worry about it. That's not going to be the case. Oh, they're implementing it. All right? They're saying the unvaccinated should be punished. And people should have vaccine passports to be able to go to the store, to go on the train, to even come into France at all, right? I mean, this is not really a surprise, is it? I mean, is anyone really surprised that this is where they're going with this? I mean, the people of France are not happy about it. I mean, they're marching en force out there on Bastille Day, which is just interesting because, you know, they were rising up against the government-based, the elite ruling class, saying, you're going to do what we tell you to do, right? I mean, granted, they helped make America, which I actually didn't know about that until I read about the Bastille Day, which is like, all right, well, thanks for helping us beat the Brits, but because America wouldn't exist without them. And of course, are we surprised to see that the cops are coming out and stopping the protesters? Because they can't have this getting out, right? This is not okay. They're locking it down. They're stopping people. This is from Andy No. Please shut down the anti-Emmanuel Macron protest in Paris. Demonstrators are angry the president's announced COVID passports for entry into restaurants, shopping centers, bars, other businesses, transportation. It's not just the restaurants and the shopping centers, it's everything. You won't even be able to go to France, which is kind of crazy. They're forcing it upon everybody. Look, I'm glad that I only have one strike on my channel because I even feel like just reporting on this, they're going to be like, whoa, like, you know, boom, another strike. Look, follow your medical, your doctors. I'm not a doctor. I'm not even talking about the vaccines at all. People are just rising up because he's basically making it mandatory. They're pushing this vaccine passport. Like, if it's just one step removed from an authoritarian regime, just forcing people to do what they say. And that scares me. I mean, even Nancy Pelosi now in America basically has just a police force that has no oversight, right? I mean, hold on, let me just pull this up. Look at this. U.S. Capitol to use Army surveillance gear to monitor Americans and identify security and turn the force into an intelligence-based protective agency. This is kind of crazy. Identifying emerging threats. Patriot Act, remember that? How they disguised it behind the Patriot Act. We got to find them terrorists. Did you find them? Or did you just want to be able to spy on American citizens? It's happening all over the place. It's not just France. This is becoming like a normal thing. And it's frightening, man. These people want all the power and they want to control everybody. And for some reason, they're trying to shove this jab down everyone's throats, and in a scary fashion. I'm not interested myself. I just follow your own doctor's advice, though. I'm just simply stating that I'm not. All right, moving on, because I don't want to get in trouble, and I feel like if I continue going, I'm gonna get in trouble. And I don't want to lose you, chat. You guys are fantastic. So let's move forward. Let's talk about racist lightning. White lightning. George Floyd mural in Toledo collapses. The cause is disputed. Of course it is. Of course it is. So over a year after it was painted, a mural dedicated to George Floyd collapsed from the wall of an Ohio building. Fire officials have said witnesses claim the mural was destroyed by a lightning strike, but city builder inspector Hugh Coogan told the Toledo Blade it appeared to be a result of natural deterioration. It was just age. It just came away, Coogan said. It happens to older buildings. And that makes sense, because it really does not look in good shapes. Like this thing, you can see it's kind of leaning outwards. It doesn't look like it's in good shape. Let's see here. The National Weather Service confirms storms struck the area on July 13th, and a Doppler radar picked up a lightning strike close by. So it probably may be a lightning strike. The building was old. It looked like the wall was kind of leaning out anyway. So it makes sense that it would have just fallen out. Even so, David Ross, who painted the mural last year, told the Toledo Blade that he's skeptical of the cause. Ross received threats last summer as he painted the mural, which makes him wonder if someone has now vandalized his work. When I did the mural, there was stuff on the wall that I couldn't remove, and that let me know how strong the structure was. The lightning thing, that's possible. I know it didn't just fall. And then, of course, talking about Floyd, I think that we all know about this guy and what happened to Chauvin. That's not really what I want to talk about right now. I'm very much over dealing with that stuff. But it's only a matter of time before they say lightning is racist. And that's why I put here, experts say lightning is racist. Somehow. Because it knew to take down the wall somehow. Bryson actually has a spicy take on it. He's the reason I actually found out about it first. Hold on, he is tweeting a lot. Oh my goodness, where is it? Did he have to get rid of it? Seriously, did he get rid of this? Wow, they might have just deleted it. No joke. I mean, it's been happening to him a lot where they've forced deleted stuff. But it seems it's gone. All right. Well, anyway, he was basically saying, oh, here it is. He said, stop playing with God. It's like, oof. Because this was shown, this is basically the first, when it was first reported, the George Floyd mural The side of the building at Summit and LaGrange has collapsed. No word yet as what might have caused it. Here it is. But you can see how old this building is. And like, look at it's all just falling out. And it feels like this is like an extra brick, right? There's no insulation between these bricks. Is it 2 brick walls? It seems like just an old building. And then, of course, they respond later. Witnesses have told authorities that the George Floyd mural was struck by lightning before it was collapsed. Look, this has been going down like crazy. People posting pictures of Thor, posting pictures of Zeus, just basically saying it was an act of God, and that, I mean, rather spicy, to be honest. I mean, in come all the old memes about who George Floyd was during his life and his history as a criminal, because he was one. I mean, I'm not trying to drag the guy or speak ill of the dead. A lot of people seem to put this guy on a pedestal, even though he was a terrible person when he was alive. So I'm just saying, you know, because he held a gun to a pregnant woman's belly, like, while he robbed her. Like, you don't mess with kids, all right? I went over this yesterday. You instantly lose me when you mess with kids, all right? You start messing with kids, I'm not okay with it. It was an unborn child as he robbed the woman. That's just not cool. Everything else, like, whatever, he had all sorts of other things on his list, but that one, you lost me, dog. You lost me. Anyway, so that's spicy. Someone said Zeus Batman slapped it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's only a matter of time before they claim it's some sort of, I don't know what, like, racist lightning. I don't know. It's got to just be some sort of racist lightning. That's all I can think. I'm not even going to go for it. I'm going to leave it there. We'll just leave it there. Let you guys think what you will. But the mural's done, and everyone's wanting to try to blame it on hate, trying to blame it on white supremacy or lightning or whatever the heck they always do. It's usually they're wrong, and it's not what they ever say it is. But all right, let's talk about Chinese poop. Chinese poop. That's right, Chinese poop. So I don't know if you know this. Now China claims that they're fishing vessels, even though we've pretty much shown them in images that they're military vessels. 200 ships in the South China Sea. And they're patrolling because China is trying to make claim that the South China Sea is 100% China's. Just like Taiwan and Tibet and Hong Kong and all the other places that they've assimilated into Chinese, and John Cena, all those places and people that are now Chinese, basically. But yeah, this is a report from Insider. I was cracking up. Chinese ships have dumped so much poop in the South China Sea, you can see it from space. I'm not joking. Look, these are actual images showing groups of poop. Yeah. Sewage from Chinese vessels in the South China Sea are destroying the marine ecosystem there, and the damage can be seen from space. Craziness. Raw sewage discharged from more than 200 Chinese fishing vessels. Hold on, I need the full screen. Fishing vessels around the contested Spratly Islands in the South China Sea is causing extensive damage to coral reefs. Similarity, the U.S. satellite imagery analysis firm said on Monday. The sewage from the anchored ships from the Spratlys is damaging the reefs. We can see this from space. Similarity founder and CEO Liz Durr said during a digital forum hosted by the Manila think tank Stratbase ADR Institute. The hundreds of ships that are anchored there are dumping raw sewage every day onto the reefs they're occupying, said Durr during the presentation, adding, when the ships don't move, the poop piles up. The satellite images taken over 5 years between May 14th, 2016 and June 17th, 2021 shows a stark contrast in algae growth. The researchers found that 236 Chinese vessels were recorded motionless in the waters during that time period. Peter Koning, vice president of sales at Similarity, told Insider in an email that it is not normal for vessels to stay motionless for such long periods, and that they have been monitoring the ships for months. And not all ships have chlorophyll trails, possibly due to recent arrival. But most of them do, because they dump their fold of poop. I was going to say S, but I try not to swear on my show, of course. Excess sewage encourages the growth of phytoplankton in the water, which causes oxygen shortages. Without adequate oxygen supply in the water, coral reefs' habitats can die. These bacteria consume oxygen that would normally be available to the fish, creating a dead zone. Similarity said in its report, coral reefs take up to 10,000 years to form. The barrier reefs and atolls take between 100,000 and 30 million years to fully form. And here's a cross-reference between May 14th, 2016 and June 17th, 2021. And you can see that this little blip of inlet here is just completely gone. And all of these are just being completely filled up. And the loss of dark areas indicate the growth of algae in the last 5 years. This is a catastrophic, a catastrophe of epic proportions, and we are close to the point of no return, Durr said. Similarity warned that it's not just coral reefs that are at risk here, but fish stocks in the South China Sea, an important food source for the region. The Philippines, one of the claimants to the South China Sea, said it is in process of verifying Similarity's report. Now, the Philippines are actually really against China basically stopping their fishing vessels from fishing in the area and saying that those fishing vessels are overfishing or stopping them from fishing and basically ruining the entire environment for everybody. While we are confirming and verifying these wastes are being dumped, we consider such irresponsible acts, if true, to be gravely detrimental to the marine ecology in the area. Defense Secretary Delphine Lorenzana said in a statement per Reuters, China treating us as its toilet is a clear violation of both international and local environmental laws, Philippines Senator Grace Poe said in a statement. At least 5 countries lay claim to islands in the South China Sea, including the Philippines, China, Malaysia, Vietnam, and Indonesia. 2016, the International Court of Justice, or the Hague, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, rejected China's claims to the South China Sea. Well, as we know, China's going to do what they want to do, and they even came out and said last week they had their 100th year anniversary. I was going to talk about it, but I'm so sick of talking about China. Oh my gosh, of course I'm talking about it, but it's kind of funny. They're dumping poop and ruining the sea, so it's like China poop. And China's full of, I gotta say it. Sorry, I gotta say it. They're full of shit. All right, I had to say it. Sorry if there's any, young humans out there listening to my show. Apologize. I had to say it because they are. All right, and they're gonna continue pushing people out of the sea, South China Sea. I mean, what was the name of the South China Sea before it was suddenly called the China Sea, like the South China Sea? What's the name of it? Because I want to call it that. Just like China's West Taiwan, people are trolling China. Like, I don't want to troll China. I just want to call this sea whatever it was before it was called the South China Sea. Because calling it the South China Sea is almost like saying, yeah, it's yours. It's just the South China Sea. Like, has it always been that? Or was it something different that, of course, they changed it? Right? What are they going to change Taiwan? What are they going to change that to? We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see about it. All right, let us get into some super chats. Look, thank you guys for tuning in to my show. Always, I appreciate each and every single one of you. I'm going to read some super chats, hear what you guys have to think. Obviously, talk to you guys and shoot the breeze with you awesome people. Before I do, please share my videos, please subscribe, please smash that like button if you haven't, and if you want to become a member, please do become a member. That'd be awesome. You can actually spin the UFO in chat. I have custom emotes for members, and it also supports me. If you want to support me a little more directly, you can go to my locals channel, adamcrigler.locals.com. I'm starting to post a little more spicy stuff because I realize on Twitter I can't. They're trying to get people to self-censor now. YouTube, obviously, I have to not really say a lot of things, but there's some issues that I really want to talk about that I can't. I just posted something today that really, really, really pisses me off, and I can't talk about it because I just know that I can't. So go check it out on my locals page. I posted this article that just is absolutely bonkers and ridiculous, but you can become a member there, and I get way more of a cut, if you know what I'm talking about, instead of the YouTube membership, but that's awesome too. You can also donate directly to me if you'd like over on adamcrigler.net. I appreciate each and every single one of you. All right, let's get into these super chats. I see a lot of you super chatting. Thank you guys so much. You guys are all absolutely the best. Where is the start? There we go. Robert Wiles, of course. Have a blessed soul, Adam, and blessed day and blessed life. Doing what you love, and thanks for all you do for us. And chat by Crigler Coffee. He threw a Crigler Coffee ad in the last bit there. You guys. Mark Robershaw says, F Bezos. Robershaw again says, your tears don't fall, they crash around me. Mark G says, I'm quitting my job to invest in salt mining. Yeah, all right. Yeah, maybe. It's good money in it. You think that's what Robershaw does? Maybe. Robershaw says, if you help capture Bezos, Mark G, or I'll help you capture him. Robershaw says, M&M Salt Mining Industries. Mark squared. Mark G says, no, I'm trying to leave my boss, not find him again. Oh, what, do you work for Bezos or something? Goodness. Robershaw says, lightning only hits minorities. Right, because it's racist, huh? Chet Chisholm, how you doing, mate? Says, at least Thor knows what's up. That dude is effing based. I'm slowly but surely picking apart all the BS around this. You've seen a decent amount. I've been showing Sargon too. Lots more to come. Yeah, chat, definitely. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Man, you've been a huge help, actually, over the past year, giving me information about COVID and some different legal things that were going on. You very much pay attention. It's great. Thanks, chat. Robershaw says, duck, duck, goose. Okay. Robershaw again says, lightning turns the frogs straight. Interesting take. Gerald says, Adam, look up the USS Thresher. It sank in 1961, but documents have just been unclassified a few days ago, destroying the narrative that they died quick. Oh, that sounds terrible. Okay, but it did sink, but it didn't sink fast. Were they? I don't know what happened. I've never even heard of it, but yeah, I'll check it out. Interesting. Vash says, come on, Adam. I know the French don't bathe and pee in the gutters, but they can't be that bad. What are you talking about? I've lived in Paris for maybe 3 months total. I had I was there for 2 different times. First time was like a month and a half. Second time was maybe 2 months, actually. So almost 4 months. I had my own apartment. Both times it was fantastic. And the people were fantastic. Of course, there was a lot of Argentinians that I met who were also really awesome. Argentinians are awesome. All right, I just got to say it. Look, I had a great time in Paris, but for some reason I had the best time with all the people from Argentina that I met. They're really cool people. Shout out to Argentina. I got to go visit Argentina one day. Let's see. No Present says, I have a pun in Spanish for you. I don't know what that means. The Siege of the Pill. The Toma de la... Is it Pastilla? I don't know what that means. Is that a pun? Okay. Sejong, I hesitate on reading things in another language that I'm not sure what it means. So, because I don't know exactly what I'm saying, and that makes me uncomfortable. So, I probably won't do it again. Or in the future. Now that the cat's out of the bag, you guys are going to start super chatting me some weird stuff in other languages. Don't do it. And if you do it, I won't read it. All right, I read my super chats, but I'm not going to read other language. I'm just saying. Sejong says, God is based. He doesn't approve of BLM or worship of false idols. Sleazy says, YouTube is BS. I'm glad I at least got a notification from locals. YouTube wouldn't even show you were live. Get back on Twitch so I can shower you with thousands of bits again. Sleazy, thank you, mate. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I do miss going live on Twitch. I don't have my computer. I mean, I have my laptop, but this is like my mobile setup. Maybe I can Twitch on this. Maybe I'll go live on Twitch a little bit. There is a bug on my light. Get out of there. Anyway, yeah, maybe I'll go on. I'll try to find some time to go onto Twitch. I do miss it. Well, maybe I'll go live on Twitch right after my show today. Yeah, why not? Play some Dead by Daylight. Mark Robishaw says, I confess it was me. I used a Tesla coil to destroy that statue of a criminal of a false idol. Come find me. Wow, a Tesla coil from the other side of the planet. That's pretty impressive, actually. Robishaw said, Twitter is bald and salty. Oof, F. Bezos. Robert Shaw says, I used a blimp to gather lightning and shoot it down for using Tesla coils. Since I'm in the air, it's easy to get away. Ha ha ha. F the false heroes. Strong words from Mark Robershaw today. Sean Jock says, speaking of Tesla, check out the Tesla howitzer and its relation to the Tunguska Blast. Old school DEW Soviet scholar weapon. Ah, interesting. The Tesla howitzer. Let's see what that looks like. I wanna see what that thing looks like, because that sounds absolutely ridiculous. Wow. Is this what Robershaw was using, you think? Look at this thing. What? Some sort of lightning base. Wow. What is this thing? It's a plasma gun. Interesting. I see you over there, Robershaw. I see you. Jake Dog says, you can tease me while Mrs. Crigler rubs my tummy. Whoa, dude, you need to calm it down, Jake Dog. Down boy. Down boy. Joe Biden's denture says, received my coffee catalyst blend. Woo, thank you very much. Makes a truly great cup. Impressed that it was roasted the day I ordered. Smells incredible. Get some. Thank you so much. I love that too. It's roasted the day you order it or the next day. It's roasted between you ordering it and it's shipping out to your house. It's the freshest you can get. That's what I love about it. It's amazing. Thank you so much for that support. Appreciate it. And I'm glad you enjoy it. Robert Shaw says, Adam left Timcast because of it's none of anyone's business. It's between Tim and Adam. I don't need to air it out over the internet, little kids. Well, I didn't leave. I was fired. That's the only thing I've ever really talked about. Mavis says, the way Tim's show is set up with guests now, you're better off on your own show. The format would crowd you out instead of we get you all to ourselves. Ah, well, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, he wanted the show to be that, so that's what it is. You know, that's, it is what it is. Fractal says, make true and end of the pressure blend. Make a true and end of the pressure blend. No, I don't want to give Biden any more than he... If I make a new blend, it's going to be dedicated to you, chat. That was someone suggested it. I don't know who suggested it, but the thought hasn't left my mind. I will remember this. I don't know. It might be the best chat blend or something like that. Or I don't know. Something in honor of all of you, because you guys deserve it. Fantastic Mr. Knox says, guess God is racist for striking on the memorial. Maybe. Jason Dixon says, Taal volcano is blowing its top right now. Oh, did it finally explode? Great to know that they evacuated everyone because they were worried that it was going to blow up. And I guess it's going off right now. Let's check it out, actually. Taal volcano. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see. 180 volcanic earthquakes going off. Let's see. It's still active. Level 3, 6 volcanic earthquakes. Well, a lot more now. It says 180 over here. More than 180 volcanic quakes. Wow. Let's see, news. Wow, yeah. Well, a lot of people were moved out, so that's great. It's great that they were able to evacuate, which is fantastic. Let's see here. MPOW says, you don't have a doppelganger. You are too unique. Oh, thank you, MPOW. Thank you so much. That's sweet of you to say. Visidia says, Robert Barnes pointed out that Capitol Police are immune to FIOA requests. Add something extra to that multi-state expansion, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I'm very nervous about this Capitol Police being sent across the states as basically like a private Senate police force that answer to nobody but Nancy Pelosi. Like, why does she need her own private police force? It's kind of nuts. Because just think about what would happen. What would happen if we found out, just hypothetically, that Trump did win, right? The Maricopa audit proves that he actually won. Arizona didn't flip blue. It actually was red. Fulton County, everyone's got their eyes on Fulton County now. They're seeing the ballots were scanned more than once, which we saw in video, but for some reason video evidence wasn't enough. But now they're forensically finding that out. So for some reason now it's important to look at. But what if Georgia actually also was flipped back to Trump? Like, who knows? Like, what happens if he actually did win? What the heck happens? Well, now they've established this police force that now is all over the states that doesn't add to anyone. They've defunded the police over the past year. It's like, I don't know, man. Tim Pool was talking about civil war for a long time. All right, despite whatever the heck the internet thinks. I was there, sitting across from him. All right, he was talking about civil war. And I kept saying, no, you're wrong, Tim. And he was like, no, you're wrong. And then we had that, that back and forth, which was so juicy. Let's see here. Mark Robershaw says, the building looks better now. You're welcome. Oh, all right. Well, to each their own. Yag says, here in Ireland right now, we are having mass protests against vax passports. They are trying to pass law dead of night. We will not comply. Wow, in Ireland also. I haven't heard about that. And it doesn't surprise me at all. They don't want the world to know that the whole world doesn't want vaccine passports. It's just the powers that be. It's the people that are in control. Over in Australia, the news finally said, this is the first day of the new world order. They literally said that. I'm just quoting a news reporter talking about people being out and about finally, and how things are different now. And it's the first day. Crazy, man. Visidius with a huge $50 super chat. Thank you very much, mate. Did you see the story about the amount of ODs in 2020? 93,000 overdose deaths, with 57,000 of those from opioids. That's a 31% increase from 2019. Purdue Pharma and Kinsey and Company just pay fines. Makes my blood boil. And that's no one from here goes to prison. Yeah, it pisses me off. They pay like $230 million in fines, and that's it. You know how much money they probably made from the whole opioid, people being hooked on their opioids, having doctors push their medicines so that they can make more and more money? It's insane. Follow the money. There's 8 new billionaires in the whole pharmaceutical realm because of this whole jab business. Yo, follow the money. It's nuts. I just had a super chat jump. Give me a second. Fantastic Mr. Knox says, Australia have some form of COVID passport, have to scan in when going indoors like shops and restaurants. So I suggest people start paying attention. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's crazy. Robert Shaw says, no surprise China is full of it. The worst tourists. Are they? I don't know. Visidius says, thanks for your positive energy. Your show really brightens my day. Thank you, Visidius. And thank you for your support, mate. I appreciate you as well. I try to be positive because I feel like things are always going to suck, right? Life is tough. Life sucks a lot. you have to cherish the moments that you have it good. And I've got it good right now, and I'm cherishing it. So, and I've had it good for pretty much my whole life. I'm very lucky to have had the life that I've had. And I'm not saying bad things haven't happened to me. Like, I've got a lot of crazy stuff that's happened to me in my life. But I'm so grateful to have had those crazy bad things that have happened, because it gives me something to compare what I have right now against, right? My own personal experience. I've been down. I've been homeless before. I've had no money. I've been starving on the streets. Like, I know what that's like, And then I realized you got to work your butt off. Like Josh and Jesus. I don't know if he's in chat right here. Dude was homeless, went and got a freaking job and finished school. Shout out to Josh and Jesus, dude. Proud of you, mate. Jake Dog says, shout out to the best Mark. Him better than other Mark. Doesn't specify which Mark. I'm just going to go with both Marks are the best Mark. Huh? Robert Shaw says, French are a shadow of themselves. Are they? I'm not really sure. They're standing up against it. You'd love to see it. Sejong says, we broke 256 qubits. You know what? I saw your post. I actually have it up, and I was reading it just before my show, because I saw that and I was like, that's really interesting. We are on our way to quantum supercomputing. I'm just like, what does it even mean? Like, what is it, like Ready Player One kind of vibe, or what does it mean? I'm so hyped about it. When am I going back stateside, Adam? When I get the keys to my house. I can't wait. I'm very excited. Robert Shaw says, Jaffa, I don't know what that means. I'm not going to say it. Gerald says, YouTube channel Sub Brief has a story of Thresher. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got it up here. I'm gonna check it out. The USS Thresher. I'll check that out. Let me pop that down. Mazo says, super chat, Simp Sav by Criggy Coffee. Oh, is that what that means? That's awesome. All right, so Mazo gave, I don't know, is it Japanese characters? Or is it Korean? Or is it Chinese? I'm actually not sure. They all look different and similar also. I know Chinese is way more condensed, isn't it? And then Japanese is way more like thin and longer strokes or something. I'm not really sure, but I'm curious to know what it is. But that's cool. Simp Sav by Criggy Coffee. Is that what those means? Because if that's what that means, I'm kind of like hyped on that. I'm gonna hold on. I want to keep that. Because if that is the case, that's kind of fun. Okay. Anyway, I can't let that one go. That one's fun. Mark Robershaw says, you may not see me, but I see all. Ah, okay. Red Doubt Production says, the French Revolution, like many revolutions, tend to end with infighting and go nowhere. Bastille Day makes me all the more appreciative of how comparatively clean the American Revolution turned out. Good point. Comparatively, right. Mark Robershaw says, lightning strikes coming to trash artwork near you. Ride the lightning. Nothing beats a Tesla suit. Thank you, Robershaw. You're the best. Redoubt Production says, Capitol Police being shipped around to enforce federal government is giving me flashbacks to Coal and Iron Police, Pinkertons, and the Baldwin Felt agents. Yo, it's a scary time, man, what we're at right now. I don't like it. Robershaw says, justice for Brittany, true slavery. Yo, I'm going to do a segment on that, maybe tomorrow. Because I think it's absolutely ridiculous that Britney Spears doesn't control her own life. I just don't understand it. Like, how is her father in control of her still? What is going on with that? How can you defend that? How could the jury vote in his favor? Like, what? This insanity. It is insanity. I am blown away, and I got to do a segment on it because it's craziness. Sebastian says, I'm watching this stream alongside Viva Stray's stream. It's a bit difficult to you to do, but I'm relaxed enough to focus on both. Sending love as always. Well, thank you, Sebastian. I hear Viva has Alex Jones on a show tonight. So thanks for tuning in to my show as well. I appreciate that because that's some heavy competition. Viva Frey is awesome. Dude is just so articulate on explaining things so well. And Alex Jones is Alex Jones. No explanation needed. Robert Shaw says, who's free in Australia? We have more lockdowns. I don't know. I don't know much about Australia other than what Avi puts out because he's super based and it's crazy what's going on there. MPAL says, Adam, it's clear Leninism, Stalinism, Marxism, and communism all have failed. Perhaps we need Criglerism? What is your philosophy? That is a really good question. I mean, I don't claim to be any sort of expert in anything, honestly. Like I try to I try to understand things as best as I can and be open for information. I think the best thing we can hope for is like a mixture of capitalism and socialism, kind of like what America is now without corporatism, right? Like corporations should not be considered people. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I think the powers, the elites have way too much control. I think the government has way too much control. I think the founding fathers had a lot. They knew a lot of great ideas because they knew power corrupts, absolutely. So that's why there's so many checks and balances. That's why like the Patriot Act scares me. The NDAA scares me. I don't know what's in the People's Act, but there's an article. I haven't read it because it's ridiculous. And there's an article I read about it being basically a power grab by Democrats, which doesn't surprise me. They just want to take the power away from the American people, and it's crazy. So people say socialism is bad, but I never said I want to live in a socialist place. It's a mixture of like Social Security. People don't complain about Social Security. I mean, if it's done right, and it never has. I mean, Sweden actually is. I'm here right now, and there was a PragerU video about Sweden actually being. It is. People think, oh, it's a socialist utopia. It's not. It's capitalistic. They're capitalists here. They sell weapons. They sell. It's people. There's business owners and. It's basically like the ratio between socialism and capitalism here is just turned up in a different ratio than America. And we should find like the middle ground maybe between America and Sweden. I just know a little bit more about Swedish government stuff going on because my wife is Swedish. So, yeah, I mean, I don't have any sort of expertise, but I feel like I'm okay with giving to the community as long as I get to choose, right? I don't want it to go to war. I don't want it to go to like critical race theory. I don't want it to go to Gavin Newsom using taxpayer money to win his own recall election. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, the system that is right now is bonkers. So there needs to be checks and balances. There needs to be less government. I don't know. So I don't know what my philosophy is. Life sucks and then you die. But enjoy the moments while you have them. Is that a philosophy? Maybe. Robert Shaw says, thanks for the compliment. All right. Robert Shaw says, all marks are the best except Zuckerberg false mark. Jaffa Cree is from Stargate, bro. Ah, okay. I don't remember that. And I got another super chat jump. Thank you guys so much. Minion says quantum computers equal the Borg or Skynet. I know. I was thinking about that when I was reading this article that Sejong posted in my locals. It's very interesting because I was thinking about that. Like, one part of my brain goes, is this where Ready Player One is, where we can like enter the Matrix, or is this where AI, artificial intelligence, is able to compute more than us. I mean, computers already can, but like, like self-learning and, to the point where it's a runaway effect, right? Where we can't stop it anymore, and it exponentially gets smarter and faster and starts building itself. And then, who knows, right? There's been how many movies and books written about robots taking over. I mean, The Matrix, I just referenced, or the Borg, or Skynet, exactly. Grognat the Destroyer says, everyone crying about Cuba while you all ignore Christian white genocide in South Africa. If it was whites slaying blacks, you'd be hashtag this and not us, hashtag save South Africa. I mean, South Africa is crazy. I mean, it is. They're the whole, the farmers are being attacked. The white, it's racist, yo. It's pretty insane what's going on in South Africa. It's crazy, and I actually have an aunt and uncle that were planning on going there this winter, and I'm nervous for them. I don't want them to go right now because I think it's a crazy time to go to South Africa, and it's a shame because I've been to South Africa, and the people that I've met there were amazing, and I had an incredible time there. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful country. Mazo says, it's Japanese. It says, this super chat is Japanese. Chinese is used in Japanese, which has 3 total written languages. In Korean, look for small circles. Ah, okay. Yeah, I actually knew that. Look, because, the reason I know this is because of Magic the Gathering. I've gotten Korean cards, Japanese cards, and Chinese cards, random packs throughout the years. I got, like, rare cards. I got a rare Ugin. The Planeswalker Ugin bat, amazing. I was about to swear. It's an amazing Planeswalker, but I have it in Japanese, which is interesting. Fantastic Mr. Knox says, Greta went on the world stage about Western countries' pollution. How dare you? Chinese polluting the sea and air? Crickets from climate activists. Yeah, I know. I've been calling Greta out about this for over a year. It's just like, you can't go to the countries that are actually making efforts to get onto green energy and ignore the worst polluter on the planet, China. Nothing you say has any merit anymore. Robershaw says, can confirm I am the superior Robershaw. You are the one and only Robershaw. Sectus Gaming says, Commodore, you should do a deep dive on water. Global Breakthrough Energy Movement has a bunch of really, really good talks on a ton of properties and futuristic uses of water. God bless you, Adam. Well, thank you, Sectus. I appreciate those kind words. And water. I mean, water's amazing, right? I actually would love a glass of water right now. I don't know if you noticed this. I talk a lot on my show. I tend to talk the whole show. It's a lot of talking. Robershaw says, deep dive on the Marianas Trench. I see what you did there. Aha! Sejong says, USS Thresher was the first nuclear submarine lost at sea. She was lost during a diving exercise. Because of the loss, the Sub-Safe program was made. Interesting. Robershaw says, sorry, I took the USS Thresher. Careful, man. Careful. You're making a lot of bold statements on this, on these super chats. Secta says, visit District 9 and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just had a super chat jump right as I said that. Add another 69 chance. 13 total. Also, roll it. All right, you guys know the deal. The dice have been rolled. All right, good luck. Have fun. I'll be watching chat for your guesses. 1 through 20. Winner gets absolutely nothing except I will call out your name. Congratulations, and you won nothing. But good luck. Have fun. Let's see. Barbershaw says, I'll take a 69 chance as well. Ha ha. I see what you did there. That's good. Cerny Banders says, Democrats in 1960. Ask not for what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Democrats in 2021. Give me free stuff. JFK will be a righty today. I mean, most of the past, everyone would be righties today. I would say everyone in the past would be like on the right side. Nuclear. It is 10. Congratulations. You won absolutely nothing. Don't spend it all in the same place, but congratulations. Robert Shaw says socialism done right is good, and then he laughs his butt off. I don't want socialism because socialism, in its entirety, doesn't make any sense. It doesn't give people a reason to prosper on their own. You need capitalism, but with elements of socialism, because giving it, I feel like you can and should help your fellow man and be okay to help your community. But forcing it on everyone and bringing everyone down. I mean, well, no, I don't want to mix it with communism because there is a little bit, there's a big difference between communism and socialism. But socialism, it's like having a mix of socialism and capitalism is how you do it right, I think. In a perfect world. Robert Shaw says, we are all stardust living in a bubble. A pale blue dot. Yep. Robert Shaw says, visit District 9 in South Africa. It's great. Great movie. Is it an actual place? I'm not even sure. Robert Shaw says, they even have robot police. Crazy. I saw it on TV. Okay. It's the movie. Great. Sejong says, quantum computers use positions of quantum particles to solve complex number sequences quickly. You can plug a large hash number sequences and they spit out solutions instantaneously. More qubits equal larger hash sizes. It's going to be interesting what this means for the future of everything. I mean, they were basically, in that article, they were saying it's going to solve a lot of problems like finances. I don't have it up right now. I'm gonna give it more of an in-depth read. I didn't finish reading the article, but I want to finish it and maybe do a segment on it because it's pretty cool. DJ Ronnie says, take your Vulcan cynicism and bury it with your repressed emotions. Captain Jonathan Archer. Man, is that from Enterprise? Archer? I loved Enterprise. What a good show. That's maybe one of my favorite ones. I don't know. It's one of the more, the less known ones, but it was basically like the beginning of Star Trek because it was before they had teleporters, before they had warp drive. They were figuring out warp drive. They were figuring out teleporting. It was very cool. It was a cool era of Star Trek. I really liked a lot. They were building the whole Federation and putting it together. Archer was basically responsible for finally creating the Federation. Very cool. Sejong says, the problem with quantums is you can't solve large problems in batches. You need to solve all of it at once or you lose it and have to start over. Interesting. So will the new system be able to do it in batches, or still it needs to be the same? I'm not really sure. Robert Shaw says, water is wet, but ice is dry. Interesting. Robert Shaw says, District 9 and Chappie are good South African docs. They're not documentaries. They're awesome movies, though. My house will serve the Lord says, moving out of California to become a cattle rancher. Would you be interested in following my journey? Would like to give people hope in alternative lifestyles. #fight. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Go to my locals, adamcrigler.locals.com, and definitely post up whatever you're doing there. I always peruse everything that people post on my locals page. I might not respond to everybody, but I definitely peruse. Robert Wiles has been posting a lot of cool space photos. They're pretty epic. So thanks for that, dude. Robert Shaw says the goal of communism is annihilationism. I see what you did there. Yeah, it's kind of frightening. Fantastic Mr. Knox. And then the spore drive happened in Star Trek Discovery, aka STD. Thanks for another good stream, Adam. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for smashing that like button. Thanks for sharing my videos. And just most importantly, thanks for showing up. I will see you guys next time here on The Crigler Show. You guys know how I do. Do a little send off on the guitar. Robert Shaw says Die Antwerp is amazing. They were really good in in that movie. Like, no joke. They can act. Sejong says, if you want faster than light travel, you will need quantum eventually. It's the inevitable reality we need to expect. The trick to AI is to never give it agency. Interesting. It's a good point. And that makes sense. To have FTL will have to have all of the trajectories of every object in the path like routed out so that you don't, fly into a sun or fly into anything. Although we can't possibly see everything on the way. There's going to be something that's so small, like a speck of dust flying through a ship, causes damage. Like you look at spacecrafts on different in a space museum. They have things the size of a rice, a piece of rice hitting a satellite causes like a huge hole. Like it's not safe. Like every time that the space station comes near debris, they have to go into they all have to go into like one of the capsules just in case it gets hit and it gets depressurized. It's like a whole big process. It's pretty nuts. Okay, I got a bunch of super chats. Hold on a sec. Let's see here. Tyrannus says, moving to Montana soon to raise me a crop of dental floss. Interesting. All right, right on. Robert Shaw says, dental plan, Lisa needs braces. Jake Dog says, water only liquid, increase volume when frozen. Secta says, wait, did anyone ever win the dice game? Yeah, we had a winner. Yeah, we had a winner. Robert Shaw says, I'm a ninja, go! My life's like a video game. All right. Thank you guys for super chatting me. I appreciate all of you. I will see you guys tomorrow here on The Crigler Show.